Whispers of crime. The vanishing of the Bennett children. In the quiet countryside town of Willow Creek, everyone knew Laura Bennett. A devoted mother of 3, she was often seen at church bake sales and Saturday markets, her children always by her side. To her neighbors, the Bennets were the picture of rural simplicity, an honest family raising kids among fields, farms, and the rhythm of small-town life. But on an early autumn evening, that image would shatter. On September 14th, Laura called the sheriff's office in a panic. Her children, Emily 9, Jacob 7, and Lily 4, had gone missing from their home. Laura claimed she had stepped out to feed the chickens and returned minutes later to find the house eerily silent. No laughter, no footsteps, just empty rooms and 3 small beds untouched. Within hours, Willow Creek was engulfed in fear. The close-knit community joined the search, combing cornfields, riverbanks, and dirt roads under the glow of flashlights. Posters of the Bennett children were plastered across town. The sheriff described it as the darkest night Willow Creek had ever known. At first, investigators suspected a violent abduction. The rural roads leading out of town were checked for strange vehicles. A registered sex offender living 2 towns over was brought in for questioning but quickly cleared. Then, detectives began piecing together Laura's story, and cracks appeared. Neighbors reported late-night arguments between Laura and her estranged husband, Mark. Financial records revealed Laura was thousands of dollars in debt, despite her modest lifestyle. Most chillingly, a farmhand admitted he had seen Laura's oldest daughter, Emily, crying at the edge of the woods weeks before the disappearance. It no longer looked like a random act of violence. It looked personal. Investigators began to suspect Laura herself. Forensic teams discovered tiny footprints near an abandoned root cellar a mile from the Bennett farm. Inside, they found evidence the children had been there recently. Blankets, toys, even a half-eaten sandwich. But they hadn't been taken by force. When confronted, Laura broke down. She confessed that the children were not abducted at all. In a desperate attempt to keep them from her estranged husband during a looming custody battle, she had hidden them away in the old cellar, telling them it was a game of survival. But the plan spiraled out of control. One night, heavy rains flooded the cellar. By the time Laura returned, 2 of the children had drowned. Emily, terrified and traumatized, had fled deeper into the woods. The shocking truth: the person the community trusted most, their devoted mother, was responsible. Laura Bennett was arrested, charged with manslaughter and child endangerment. Search dogs eventually found Emily alive but malnourished, hiding in a hunter's shack miles away. Willow Creek has never been the same. Neighbors who once rallied for Laura now speak in hushed tones about betrayal and secrets. At the church where she once baked pies, her name is never spoken. The disappearance of the Bennett children was not the work of a faceless predator. It was a tragedy born within the very walls of the home itself. A reminder that sometimes, the whispers of crime are carried not by strangers, but by those we trust the most.